boys and girls. And allow me to officially welcome you to the first, the one, the only, the show that will keep you hot, sizzling on your seat. Gather around your friends, your family, your enemies, everyone together. Put them all together. And welcome to Hot Banter on Universal TV Africa. The senior woman right here, Mufasa and Mustafa, the queen of the Pride Land, the AB to the ABJ. Well, you know what? I never get to walk alone. I've got my girls, the sizzling, the hot. Oh, I'm not. Let me not talk too much. What if I talk too much?
The hype is too much.
Your speaker is gonna blow.
I might forget my name.
Look at that.
You're not Liverpool.
No,
so
no, I
you
can
can
never
never
walk
walk alone.
Neither.
So I'm a posh lady, aka Ajebo for skin, Paco for mouth. Yeah.
And I am El Giver, the gift that keeps on giving. Welcome to Hot Banter with your Banter Queens.
Yeah.
Yes, your Banter Queens. So for those of you who are wondering what we are about to talk about, you need to get a pen, paper, multiple, because you're about to get educated. So come closer. How well do you know the G-spot?
You're gonna learn one or two things.
How can you locate?
Do you even know that there's something called a G-spot?
No. Some people know, but they think is a material they sell in the markets. Yeah, G-spots.
Okay. You know there's a wristwatch they call G-Shock.
So there's G-Shock, there's G, so everything G, you know.
So they don't know
They
what-
don't know, but we have to let them know.
And you know what's the sad thing about the G-spot is the fact that it is something people think it's a very mythical, mysterious kind of thing. Nah, fam. And not a lot of people like to talk about it. They even when you hear G-spot, they whisper about it like it's let's not talk it, let's not talk. But today, you know that proverb that say, now today you go know say foul yansh they red. Today you go know where
And then, you know, it's not that the word G-spot just came out from anywhere. It actually started from somebody. In fact, a doctor.
A German doctor.
A doctor. When I saw that thing, I was like,
In
well, good.
1950,
Historian.
that was when he found out that, there's an erogenous,
There's
in
a
the
place.
Oh! And the man was like, I'm going to name it after myself. Why? Why is the G-spot named after a man? But yes, if in case you're wondering, G-spot is actually, it was named after this German doctor, Ernst Grafenberg.
So we'll go on a break. But when we come back, we definitely will be giving you the definition of the G-spot. Stay with us, guys. Welcome back to Hot Banter on Universal TV Africa with your Hot Banter Queens or your Banter Queens. The senior man, Mufasa and Mustafa, the queen of the Pride Land, the AB to the ABJ, and the gift that keeps on giving, El Giver, and the one and only posh lady, Ajebo for skin, Paco for mouth. And we told you that when we come back, we're going to give you the definition of the G-spot.
As a start.
This one sweets me die. So, the G-spot is a small, sensitive area
Very sensitive.
at the front wall of the vagina.
The anterior.
Very small.
It's just like 2 to 3
Very,
inches.
it's like monster seed. Very tiny, very shinty. So very small.
So, for some women, the G-spot can, if you touch it, oh Lord,
They will see heaven.
intense sexual pleasure. For some, they don't really feel it like that. So it depends. So now tap the lady beside you. Ask her, do you know where your G-spot is?
Do you know where your G-spot is?
Have I ever located your G-spot before? Ask that fundamental question, because if you have not, you are doing something wrong, my darling. Something really wrong.
And you know, as tiny as it is, it's actually, people think it's impossible to locate or find. But if you hit it, that's it.
How do you find it?
How do you find it?
Just
Like,
lie on your back.
Wait, calm down now.
Let me get there now.
Why
Okay,
you
go
giving
ahead.
this,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
No, we're trying
relax.
to
So I
make
want to
a
give a disclaimer. Right? That yes, for the fact that the G spot gives intense sexual pleasure, experience is not the same.
Yes.
So if for example, how I feel the G spot, if you do it through me, if I used to go goo gaga, doesn't mean that if you try with El Giver, she's gonna go goo gaga. It's just
She will go Google, but
you. So for some women, that place is really highly sensitive. For some, it's just there.
and some, because they don't know where it is, they feel they don't have a G spot.
And not knowing where it is because it's not like a map in the human part of the body where you just have to locate. You have to find it, look for it. You know what I mean? Look for it.
Indiana Jones the Explorer.
Now that's what brings us to the other gender. Getting it, you can do that alone to yourself, and you also need the other gender. It depends on how you want it. But since we're teaching the other gender,
we're educating you.
yes, the other gender, most of them, I can tell you, 95% of
Have you
them.
tried this? How do you know?
Experience is the best teacher.
95% of them.
Experience.
Wow.
We go on research.
Do you know how many? 95% of them can't actually find that G spot. They think it's just go ta 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 and all, you're gone. But
That's because they are practicing point and key. It's just
They're not practicing
or they are doing.
point
You know
and
when you do hit and run.
it's not even
That's
that's
what
they feel
the
they're
men are.
practicing to become carpenters, to just knock, and then you're gone. But that's main point is what they are not getting.
So you see the thing about men not understanding or knowing where the G spot is, because most men don't understand how important foreplay is when you're about to have sex with your partner.
Yeah.
It's called clitoral stimulation. You hear me? You have to stimulate the clitoris, okay? Then you build her momentum, so that when you hit the G spot,
Even though you by the time you hit
you're
it,
gonna have fountain. Waterworks is what's gonna happen.
So you're talking about you're right. You're talking about lying down and what were you trying to say?
No, I was trying to let people know, ladies especially, how to find their G spot. Okay, and the men as
Without the other gender.
You can
Before
find
the gender
it
comes.
with the men as well. Now, like you said, it's very close to the exterior of the vagina. So if you lie down backwards and you put your finger in there, you just make a come here motion.
Come to me.
And you are stimulating the G spot. That's how you stimulate it. So those of you who are using your fingers, you're not fighting anybody.
That's
It's a come here motion that you're making. Yes. That's how you stimulate
So even
the
the other gender, not our gender, if you're hitting it, you don't hit like this.
It's a come
So
here,
there's a
come here motion that you do.
motion, yeah.
So when you do that, I wanted to say my fellow men.
No, they're your bro.
Bro.
My bro.
See, there's something called understanding the woman's body so that the both of you reach maximum satisfaction. Not the one that you are on top of her and you're done and she's looking at you like,
Or she's playing
what?
Candy Crush.
Thank you. And
Why are
she's
you doing
wondering
that?
what just happened. Did we even, did we meet? Did we, have conjugal bliss? No. That's why we're teaching you. Because the thing is to provoke me that men will now go and sit down.
And be gisting.
I'm taking feeling, I'm Odogu. My mother yesterday, I do this, I do so. They don't know say the madam no even enjoy waiting.
But I need to understand, if you're having sex with your partner, is it that people don't have conversations during the act?
There are some that don't.
Some people say when you start talking, you distract them.
How do you distract?
Is a
you
distraction.
have to ask
Is
your
a
partner,
turn off.
do you like this? Do you understand? So you know
Half of the
what it
conversations
is
they are
that the
having,
person is
half of the
liking, and you
conversations
continue to do that.
Did the carpenter come? Did the plumber come? And she's like, no, he didn't fix it. So now, what I still leaking? She's like, yes.
And
Can
even
you
when
be
you're
talking
trying
about
to
plumber
have a
and-
even when you're trying to have a conversation with them, they'll tell you, "Shh, don't talk," and all that. And
So
then
how
the
then
other-
do you, because if you are having sex with someone, you don't just, what works for one person doesn't work
Don't
for
work for the
another
other.
person, right? So everybody's body is different. Like there's some people that their breasts are very sensitive, and there are
Yes.
some that if you like squeeze the living life out of it, there's nothing there. So if you don't have these conversations, okay, let's say you're not even having the conversation during coitus, let's say you have the conversation before or after, like there's no talk, no nothing.
I think for a lot of people, yeah, what I don't know how to put it, but it was back in those days where people used to have sex just because they just want to have kids.
and that's why they call it missionary stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Who told you they were having sex just because they want to have kids? They just think they wanted to have 12 children. That's why they were just having sex.
of the old.
No.
You see
They
one woman,
enjoyed
14
it. That
kids.
was why. It's because they didn't really know
15.
anything about birth control.
They were not
We know
doing-
about birth control
they were
now.
not doing
Family
pleasure.
planning. That is why we, parents now are having like 1-2 kids. Then they didn't know anything about it. The only form of recreation was bedmatics. And as you are doing
a
it, you
recreational
just carry
activity.
belly and have 12 kids.
But
It's not
we
because
think-
they were doing it to have kids. They were doing it as a recreational activity.
But they never
Those people-
they never
you do
really
realize-
they never
you
really
don't-
understood
you don't- I
understood
can't
the
remember
whole
research,
process
but you
of-
do realize that they said that millennials and Gen Z are having less sex than the
Before
generation
that time. Before that
so we're
time.
not even having as much sex as those people did. So I wouldn't agree.
But the reason
that
why
they were having sex.
the
for
reason why
kids.
they were having that generation had so much sex that we have now, I want to believe that the reason why they were having sex so much, because first of all, why am I married to you? It's because I want to have kids. So for every time a man comes to meet a woman, he only has one thing in his head.
You
I'm
have
not
to
here
get
to pleasure
pregnant.
you. I'm not
You
here
have to get
I'm not here to
pregnant.
turn you on. I'm just here to plant my seed. Madam, grow it. I don't care how it's done. So you now see that every time that the man comes to knock, you the woman, you are just like Bankere.
You just lie down
there.
for him to do his thing and then go. Have you wondered why they have more kids then than
now. Now you
As
see
you
that
ever
now.
control.
Now, apart from that, now you and your partner knows that. See, we're not having sex just because
It's not
we wanna
everybody
have
that
kids.
does
Let's
birth control
understand
now.
our body.
It's not
Let's-
everybody.
You have a lot more people doing birth control now.
Not
than
a
before.
lot. Like, let me say 50-50. 50-50.
But I feel like now people now understand
Stand.
what having sex is about,
They will tell you they
or the
want more
pleasure that comes
children.
with it. Now people are now beginning to educate themselves, and that's why we are educating people. Okay, so it's not just about climbing the bed, offing lights. Even though I still don't understand why people used to off lights and have sex, so, but that's story for another day.
It's true. I think I have, let me say, like a thought on why people turn off the light when they're having sex. Why are we digressing?
Oh yeah,
but anyway,
put on
yeah.
the lights.
because we have such a shameful way of approaching sex, so we don't see it as something that is pleasurable. We see it as something that is shameful. So you don't want to see his body, you don't want him to see your body, so you'd rather just turn off the light.
So that
Then or now?
So how you now find? How you
that's
now
what I'm
find
saying,
it?
like, that's
You want
the
to
reason
use
why-
torchlight to find the clitoris.
You
But
you
now
don't
most
need
people will
touchlight to
tell
find
you.
this now. You don't need touchlight to find it.
Most people will tell you if the light is not on, like they're not ready to do anything. They just want to see you. They just want to see what you do.
Let me see.
Wow.
Let me know whether it's wild animal I'm sleeping with.
Do you understand? So they want the
But you
lights
need the
on.
lights on because you don't even know, especially now that some people, I don't know, like I said, I don't know why in 2024 you'll be having unsafe sex, but you need to know if the person has, watts and all there. So,
Okay, so Banter Queens, let's quickly go for a short break. We'll be back after now.
Because I give you my time and attention does not mean that you have earned the right.
For every time a man comes to meet a woman, he only has one thing in his head.
you are stimulating the G spot.
As tiny as it is, but if you hit it, that's it.
Every time that the man comes to knock, you the woman, you are just like Bankere.
If you're hitting it, you don't.
You just make a come here motion.
If you touch it,
Why would in a relationship with 6 men and you don't die?
that's how I like it.
welcome back to Hot Banter here on Universal TV Africa. And yes, we have been having an amazing discussion on finding the G spot, understanding the G spot. This is something that everybody needs to learn, okay? Your banter queens are in the building. My name is El Giver, the gift that keeps on giving. You've got Abigail, the senior woman, and you have Ajebo, Paco for skin. No, Ajebo for skin, Paco for mouth.
Please,
oh my
Posh
God.
Posh lady.
Posh lady.
AKA
Ajebo for skin. Because your
repeat
skin...
after me.
Wait,
Posh
now
lady.
let me heal your skin now. Your skin is fresh, you know.
But repeat
very
after me.
shiny.
Posh lady.
The posh lady, aka Ajebo for skin, Paco for
Paco
mouth.
for
Yes.
mouth.
And like I said earlier, we're talking understanding the G spot, how to find the G spot. And yes, let's demonstrate it again in case some people did not
Because
get
somebody just tried to
Said
drag
he's
us.
not understanding. He's
That
taking
he
us
was
back
like,
to...
excuse me, so how then do I find it? I will,
You know-
that's why I'm saying if you snooze, you lose, okay?
You know,
Yeah,
after
we pay
we're talking
attention.
about the comeback
Method.
Come here.
Method.
Come here.
come here method. It works for those that their penis is already bent. You know, some people, the head,
The one has come.
you know that it's called. it works for them because they don't need to stress their
You're just going straight
You're
to the
just
service.
wasting your time
You know?
and the energy. You get, but if it's curved, you know,
It's-
it will be easy.
But it
for
doesn't
you.
curve upwards. It either curves to the left or to the right.
That's
No,
why
there's some that curve.
you invent a new position.
Yes, for it. You can actually turn to the left.
I don't know.
Well, no, well,
Nah.
we're all
all
learning.
Personally, I don't, yeah.
We're all
This is for
learning.
educational purposes.
Yes.
So
educational.
if it turns to the left or to the right, you don't have to lie like this.
Yeah.
Do you
So
understand?
where do you be? You're gonna be on
So
top.
you look at the position of the head to know if it's like this. If it's like this, then you have to, you know, face the
We
right.
would have said this topic was understanding your man's feeling.
Because now I'm confused. Because I don't understand what's going on anymore.
Honestly, I don't know. For the G spot, I would have said just fingering will do.
Even sex toys. And
You know, sex
and we
toys-
should we're going to have a conversation about sex
Yes,
toys. Because some
definitely.
people have this thing against sex toys. But as a lady, to find your G spot, let's say you don't have a man but because you need to know your body before you can explain your body to somebody else.
Yeah.
Even if you're lying on your back with your hands and doing the come here, motion to find your G spot, you can also use a sex toy to also find
To help
the G
you,
spot.
You know, some people tell you, that's masturbating. It's actually healthy.
It is healthy.
It's
Masturbation
healthy
has
for
never
you
killed
to
anyone.
You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die.
And you need to know your body. You need to know
Oh,
what
yeah,
turns you on. You need to
exactly.
know your erogenous zones. Like I said earlier, some people nipples, breasts, very sensitive. Some people is their back of their ears. So you
Shadow
need to
touch,
know
yeah.
your body. So you need to touch your body.
So
Your body is not
I actually just want
taboo.
I want to beg your that you use. Yes, I like when the camera focuses on me because I'm always I want to beg you people. I know that you like to use your hands. Don't be keeping long nails because you are harboring germs and you are gonna put it inside somebody's body.
wash your hands.
Wash your hands. But
With
wash
soap,
your
not
hands.
just water. Wash it with soap.
Wash it. Don't use scented soap because it's going to enter somebody's coochie. Don't come and give the person, give them their
A UTI.
I beg
and
you.
be mindful of what you're doing because see, it depends on how you're using your fingers. You can give someone a urinary tract infection.
Yeah, you
so
can.
please be very, very mindful.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another thing I want us to understand is not everybody gets satisfied when you hit the G spot.
Yeah.
So don't get it wrong. Don't feel you have to hit it. That's
Or you
why you
have
get you get her satisfied or something. You might be wondering why your partners cheat at times. That's for those that enjoy it when you hit the G spot. If you're not hitting it, bro, you're just wasting your time.
There are some people whose own is just clitoral stimulation,
And that's it.
and that's it, and that's okay. That is fine as long as because. As we are looking for this, but there's people that can't even find the clitoris that is right in your face.
in front of you like
And now the G spot is something you have to look
To
for, like
search
things
for.
very, very tiny.
But then there are conversations where people are asking, "Oh, is there a difference, with the big O when you have when is the G spot or when it's a clitoral orgasm?" But it's not different. It's basically the same because the G spot is coming from the clitoris, like the nerves are coming from the clitoris to the G spot. So it's basically the same thing. It's the same area. They're connected. So it's not like, oh, the G-spot orgasm is very different from the clitoral orgasm. They're almost the same thing. It's just that maybe one might be more intense than the other, and it's dependent on the person. There's some people's clitoral orgasms that are more intense than G-spot orgasms, and there are people's G-spot orgasms that are more intense than clitoral orgasms. But let me give you a hint. Once you get to your 30s, I promise you, orgasms are way different.
You go talk because
You say 30s?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so when you are having sex with your partner, you need to be very sensitive because sometimes when you thrust, you can hear that sound. She means that you ask her, am I doing it right? Then she responds, don't stop. Continue.
Please don't stop. Don't shift.
Don't shift.
Don't go
Once she
faster.
has said,
don't go
stop.
slower. Just maintain.
So no. I have something to say concerning this thing. You see, some people do that not because they're enjoying it. They do that because they know their partner likes it. When you do that,
randomly make that sound. You're not
you
helping yourself now.
Do you understand? So they just do it so that you just come and go. It's not that you're satisfying them, but they just want you to do.
But I feel like if you are doing this, just hit and go, then you are doing yourself greater harm than good. Because
And maybe
why would I
aside from the sex, there's something else that's keeping you either in the marriage or in the relationship.
Because I don't see myself having, for example, if my partner weighs like 150 kg, he's heavy, well built, and then you come and press
How you breathing?
Is it not you that choose him?
I know you come and
You
then
choose him,
I'm
you say
just saying, for the fun, you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna tell you, Baba, you are not doing this thing right. It's either you get up, let me go, because you are suffocating me. I will either die by the fact that your body is pressing me. So I don't think that you should ever be at a point where you are faking moaning sound or faking orgasm.
Your partner will never know your body.
You
Like
never,
I said,
for the rest of your life, you'll be unsatisfied.
So, like I said, that's for you. But for some other people, they are in that relationship or marriage for something else, not for sex. I don't know if you understand.
No, I get your point.
Maybe she's in that relationship. My gender is in that relationship because of the money she gets.
Yeah.
And at this point, she needs some money. She'll just fake all that just to get that cash and go. But she has a sidekick that hits it hard as she wants it.
She's not being fair. She's not being fair.
Why
because
cheat?
Why cheat? Why not find that person that hits you right, teaching her to make money?
What if the person, and if he's not making the money?
To hell with him. There are many fishes in the river, my dear. To hell with him, let's go and rest.
But it is quite easy to find the G spot. All you have to do is to be patient with yourself. Be patient. That is, if you are doing self-help. If you are with your partner, just be patient with your partner and just please stop keeping quiet. Ask questions. You're doing this. Are you feeling this? Because both of you are learning each other's bodies. You need to be able to please your partner. And you need to be able to know what gets your partner going. It's not just to penetrate and go. Don't use their body to self-masturbate. Find the G-spot. Understand the G-spot.
You said
and make that person happy.
You said talk to yourselves. Now, this is something most people don't like talking about, like sex. You know what brought up this topic, identifying the G-spot? Some people are like, what's that? You know, we don't like talking about sex, and that thing puts us in trouble.
Yeah, we don't like it.
We don't like talking about sex, but we have a lot of sex.
But no, you like the one that when they not catch you, you like back with door. You like doing it. Everything is at the back.
And offing light.
You be offing light
instead of you to.
And I think I want to agree with something that El Giver said about talking. So, for example, because I know that some of you, when you get into relationships, you don't think that some conversations are important. You talk about sex. Say, okay, what are your fantasies? Let me understand. If you like it underwater, inside water, if you're a submarine or you're however you want to do, you should have this conversation so that you know. Then when you people now decide, okay, now let's start to explore. Dora the Explorer. Is this digital? You know, you've watched Dora the Explorer. Can you find the G spots? Yes, I can.
Okay, so there are people.
Just have conversations. Like, that's why I was saying, don't shy away from it, because you never.
And it doesn't have to be while you're having sex.
The senior woman.
If you
be out of it, you
if
can
you feel
have,
shy, but it could be like, you know, when you're just together and you talk about.
Okay, so what do we say about the ones, you know, we know them, that will just come tell you, Bude, and then, you know, they hit.
Turn your back.
Turn your back. I want it like this, hit it like this. What do we say?
I don't have anything to say to those ones. I'm talking to the people who want to learn. Because I have nothing to say to those ones.
For a lot of people, they need to unlearn and then relearn. But it has to do with you opening your mind. Because, as you said, some people think that sex is just, let me give out recreational activities, like something I should check off my list that I should have done this, or I should do this. They forget that sex is conversational. I don't know how to put it, but it's conversational.
It's an intimate conversation.
It's very intimate. It's like, I am sharing my body with you. You're sharing your own body with me. No, it's not a turn your back. It's not an animal. You know, animals, they don't act, they just hop on each other.
They can't.
But look at peacocks. Before they mate,
they'll shakara,
they'll move around, do this, you know.
So you treat your partner as if the person is an object. You just come, open leg. Or you don't care whether she's stimulated. You don't care whether, she's really ready to be. You're not even sure whether she's in the right frame of mind to even have sex with you. You're just after your own
satisfaction.
I bet you, yes, you're going to get that satisfaction quite all right. But at the end of the day, you're going to have an unhappy, very, very unhappy partner. And that would end, either that it costs you the end of the relationship or the end of the marriage. And that's it.
And also, when you're trying to understand the G-spot, you should try different positions.
Yeah.
You know, if this doesn't work, maybe this will work, this will work.
Be
and then
experimental.
by the time you find the right position, work on it. So now I'm talking to the other gender. Work on it, try and find it. I know it's going to be very difficult, but try and find that position. And once you get it, you're good to go.
They don't want their friends to check on their search browser. Baba has been trying to locate the gist.
But see, so research is good. It's not a bad thing to actually go online and search.
That's why we have. That's why we have it.
Why do you have the phones? Why do you have?
And sorry to cut you off. And when we're saying research, please, we're not asking you to go to pornographic sites, because you will never learn about sex on pornographic sites. We're saying just use a search engine and
just search.
And search. You would see papers, you would see research, you would find all these things online that can help you. And while you were talking about,
different positions,
it all comes back to what I said earlier, being patient with your partner to be able to understand their body. If you're not patient, you will not find it, you will not get it, you would have unsatisfactory sex. So you just have to be patient.
So some people now don't even know the positions. We have the rider, we have the cowgirl, we have the closed missionary, we have the doggy. You're learning. So just try all of
this
that.
styles in my life.
Oh, really? You're a virgin?
Never said so. I just said after my head.
So just try something new, and it's going to work for you.
Get the Kama Sutra. Read it.
It's there. Remember, is that I don't want to generalize, because it's like it's a stereotype. What we don't like to read. Everything that you need to know.
We don't like reading. We don't like writing.
We don't like it.
But
you can do it so that you can.
There are even educational videos.
Yes. Yeah.
On this as well. You would see, if you're interested, you would find answers. That's it.
And
That's it.
Thank you. So we hope that with the words that we are giving you, you are being convinced
I'm not confused.
and not confused.
Yeah.
Like somebody in this studio. Okay, because it's not a mysterious thing. It's something that if you look and search within the walls of the vagina, you're gonna find it.
And if there's nothing else you would remember the come here motion. Just, insert not so deep, just upwards towards the, top.
Yeah.
Just the
And
come here motion.
tell your partner, in case you've never done it with her before, just tell her, baby,
There's always a first
baby,
time.
relax.
Let's try this
Let's
out.
try this.
Let's try. Just tell her to relax, because sometimes her body might just
Yeah, she might be tense.
tense.
She's.
Tell her to relax, baby. If I put that
How do you,
nice
how
music,
do you get her to relax properly?
Then-
The ear, the neck, the.
Buy
Should not be
her
telling you all these things now. You should know that.
ice cream.
Just find what works for you, and that's it.
And that's
Yeah.
it. All right, guys, that is it for now. But don't forget, this is Universal TV Africa, and for everything juicy, hot, spicy, right here on Hot Banter with your banter queens, the senior woman, Mufasa Mustafa, the queen of the Pride Land.
Posh lady, aka Ajebo for skin, Paco for mouth.
An L giver, the gift that keeps on giving.
Your educational babies. Don't change this channel for anything. This is where you should be, because you're gonna learn a lot from Hot Banter.